That's what I look like, basically, sitting here. I've got my shrimp tie on for some reason. I just always seem to like to wear it when I go out. And just having a nice time. And just hoping that this week, some of it's work, of course, some of it's time off. But I'm just hoping that I just get enough relaxation out of it, just from the driving, just enough change of scene that it empowers me when I get back to just push through to the end of this audit season and get everything done and get all the things done that need to be done afterwards. All of the changes which are going on. Now this is now getting up nice and close to that I tried to film at a distance. That's the slag heap from Bełchatów. Not far from here is Kleszczow, and on the other side Radomsko. You can see everything really quite close from here. It's kind of like almost gone round in a circle to meet it. So that's all artificial. It's not a real mountain, it's just made of the stuff that they pulled out of the ground. Now if you go to Kleszczow, which is really close to where this thing is, it's really quite remarkable because it's actually one of the richest small towns in the country. And even though I'm not going there today, and I haven't got time to show it to you, but I'm sure I'll get the opportunity to show it to you on another occasion. I hope I will, anyway. If not, then you can imagine it. Or if you come to Poland, and you want to come by and look for yourself, you can. But it's got really quite remarkable things in it, such as even for a very small rural town, very, very nice hotels, sports complex, such as any medium-sized town would be proud of, but this time it's in a very small town, and also completely brand spanking new and of the highest quality, opposite the hotel. It's got a huge big supermarket of a high quality level as well. It's got all the roads are brand spanking new. Everything's laid out really spacious, so you get the impression that you're in America or something. And the houses are all big. That's the other thing. They've all got rancho-style houses with big gardens around, which means effectively it's one of those funny places where if you don't have a car, you would find it, as with a lot of America, for example, you'd find it a pain in the neck to be walking to the shop if you didn't have a car. But fear not, anybody that lives in that area is probably doing quite well, so they've all got cars. So it's part of a local mining community that has a lot of money, and they seem to have invested it in themselves. So good for them. Obviously they're sitting in the shadow of a slag heap, but who would care about that so much? It's obviously been recultivated, it's got trees and that growing all over it, it's got a wind farm on the top. But I think they've got a high quality of life there. And the people, and there are people, there are other businesses there which have, the money from the mining's been put into making it pleasant enough that investors with other things like factories and what have you, they've got their little industrial zone, and they've got other businesses. Well, there's no, people who can't afford to live there actually go to that small town from places like Radomsko and other places around. They actually commute in to Kleszczow to work in the industrial zone that's there. So that's great. It's a nice place. Actually, it gives you an optimistic feel when you're there, And in Poland, there's not all of Poland. By far, Poland's doing better than a lot of places, but not all of Poland is doing as well as Kleszczow, put it that way. So yeah, and once again I've easily managed to get to 30, but that's not necessarily, 30 minutes, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Obviously this time it's been rather more kilometres than we went together the last time I spoke for 30 minutes, but there we go. In total, I suppose, having gone an hour of this journey with you, and it's now, I don't know, now it's got to be getting on for 4%. I don't know, it's almost like I've taken you already through what's getting on for 2% of the whole journey, the whole incredible journey. So you've seen a nice slice, a representative slice of what the experiences of driving through this part of Poland is, and hopefully I'll continue and give you more such experiences. It's all part of one big long journey that I spoke about in part 1. Okay.